find older men stimulating.
I hope you're not talking about me.
Oh, certainly not. You're not in the least bit stimulating.
Where's Dave, my moosehead?
I set him free. If he really loves you, he'll come back.
This week, we'll discuss the Shelley Long era of Cheers versus the Rebecca Howe era.
Before we begin, I want to remind you that if you love comics and pop culture as much as I do, you'll subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to stay informed of upcoming videos. Please share this video, as that will help me gain subscribers as well. I also have my own franchises, Adolescent Radioactive Samurai Platypi and Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter. The latter has been picked up by Cutthroat Comics. Check the links below for more details and the link to Dracula Rising, which is available on Amazon. And now,
on with the show, this is it.
Hey Cheers fans, welcome to my show. This week we're going to compare the Shelley Long episodes to the Rebecca Howe episodes of the long-running TV series Cheers. Let me know which era you liked better in the comments section below.
Coach, it's not a comedy, this is opera.
Oh,
I'll explain as we proceed. Now, this is the story of a golden ring with magical powers that curses anyone who owns it.
Hey, wait. They had that same story on Scooby-Doo Saturday morning.
So, who was better, Diane or Rebecca? I think the Sam and Diane chemistry was some of the best on television.
Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience.
Diane Chambers premiered in Cheers in 1982 as a former teaching assistant and graduate student who works as a cocktail waitress. According to Shelley Long, Diane looks more intelligent than she really is. She uses books and academics to communicate with others, usually unsuccessfully. After a series of events which bring her scorn and ridicule, Diane realizes that she knows little about the real world and the bar, and must learn about the world without using books. Diane is full of gumption and chutzpah, but quite frequently, she doesn't have the vaguest idea about what's going on. However, the producers are cooperative, and they have agreed Diane will change. One of my fears of television is, do I want to play the same character 7, 8, maybe 10 years? But it wouldn't be that bad because Diane has a lot of room to grow and still be funny. It's because she cares so deeply. When the character was conceived, Diane was to be an executive businesswoman who would have a love-hate relationship with ex-baseball player Sam Malone. Their relationship was inspired by the romantic movies of Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Instead, she became a pretentious graduate student. When Long left the series in 1987, the producers reverted to the original concept for Diane to use with Diane's replacement Rebecca Howe. According to IMDb, while there were initial concerns, Shelley Long's departure is largely credited with helping rejuvenate the series. Writers were able to evolve the show to a more ensemble series about a bar, which provided for a better variety of stories than the large focus on Sam and Diane. In addition, Rebecca came to be more popular than Diane amongst many viewers and critics, while cast members found Kirstie Alley better to get along and work with than Long.
How do you plan on getting the bride and groom back together?
I'm going to rely on my wits.
Well, you're halfway there.
You better believe it.
Rebecca Howe appeared in 147 episodes of Cheers, as played by Kirstie Alley. Between 1987 and 1993 she debuts in the season 6 episode Home is the Sailor after Shelley Long, who played waitress Diane Chambers, left the show to pursue a movie career. Much of the show's humor in previous seasons had been based around the interaction and sexual tension between the womanizing, working-class main character, bartender Sam Malone, and the high-class, snobbish Diane. Rebecca was intended to fill the gap as Sam's new female foil. When Shelley Long decided to leave the show in 1987, ending the 5-year Sam and Diane storyline, the creators wanted a new female lead and decided that she would not have blonde hair, would not resemble Long, and would be unknown to television viewers. Kirstie Alley, one of the first actresses to audition for the role of Rebecca Howe, was championed by casting director Jeff Greenberg and seemed to be the ideal choice. Other actresses who auditioned for Rebecca included Sharon Stone, Marg Helgenberger, and Kim Cattrall. Although Alley met all the criteria, the producers continued auditioning actresses for the part, but none improved on Alley's portrayal of the character. The main reservation on the part of the network and producers was whether Alley would be funny enough to play the role, since she had a dramatic acting background rather than one in comedy. Greenberg continued to advocate for her, and the Charles brothers were able to watch a clip from a comedy Alley had just completed, Summer School, and consult the director Carl Reiner to judge Alley's comic skills. Reiner praised Alley and assured Glenn and Les Charles that she was the right choice. According to Cheers co-creator and executive producer James Burrows, Diane Chambers, Rebecca Howe's predecessor, was originally conceived as an executive businesswoman. Eventually, Diane evolved into a pretentious, college-educated waitress. After Long's departure, the producers created Rebecca Howe as the businesswoman. Despite concerns about losing Long, ratings rose after Ali's debut. Rebecca began as a martinet and a smart, tough businesswoman. However, the writers were not thrilled with the character and did not find her funny. Writer Ken Levine said, "In one episode though, she had to fall apart for some reason and was hysterical. We realized that the more neurotic, insecure, and sexually frustrated she was, the funnier she was. So the character evolved in that direction." Rebecca has made a lot of mistakes in the corporate structure. She's going to be fired by the corporation unless she handles Sam's bar correctly. She's not a ditz, but she has a neurotic side. She's volatile and eccentric, so when she loses it emotionally, she really loses it. She's either strong and in control or way out there. Originally, the character of Rebecca Howe was written as a frigid, no-nonsense ice queen, and this was how she was portrayed in her early episodes, and fans did not warm to her character. Meanwhile, Kirstie Alley had actually become quite popular with the cast. It was not until the episode where Rebecca gets drunk and confesses her feeling about her boss to Sam Malone that audiences finally responded to the character. The writers, seeing this, rewrote the character as neurotic and zany, and she remained that way for the rest of the show. The writers of the show admitted that they preferred writing the show after Shelley Long left, as they felt they had more freedom to make the show more ensemble-based and there was no pressure to make Sam and Diane the central focus. According to a telephone survey of 1,011 people by the Times Mirror Center for the People and the Press, now Pew Research Center, conducted on April 1 to 4, 1993, Sam Malone was a favorite of 26% and Rebecca was a favorite by 6%. 21% said Sam should marry Diane Chambers, 19% said he should marry Rebecca, 48% wanted him to stay single, and 12% had no opinion on this matter. According to a 1993 article from People magazine, newspaper columnist Mike Royko chose Diane to marry Sam, novelist Jackie Collins picked Rebecca, actress Zsa Zsa Gabor chose both as Sam's potential partners. Tennis player Martina Navratilova found Sam too good for either of them. Novelist and archaeologist Clive Cussler said Carla Tortelli, Rhea Perlman, was Sam's best bet. So, which was better? I personally loved both characters. Shelley Long was the prim and proper type and the more graceful of the two. The chemistry between her and Ted Danson was some of the best, if not the best on series television. However, if Shelley Long hadn't left the show, I don't think it would have lasted as long. The Sam and Diane will they or won't they theme had played itself out and after the third try at marriage it would have gotten stale. Kirstie Alley was a breath of fresh air. Kirstie was the more physical of the two and could do pratfalls and other physical type of comedy that we didn't see with Shelley Long. Her chemistry with Ted Danson, though good, wasn't quite as good as what the show had with Long and Danson. But the character brought about much needed change which helped the show last for 6 more seasons. It's definitely a tough call because both actresses are excellent and different from each other. If Rebecca had been a clone of Diane it wouldn't have worked because she wouldn't have been able to top what Shelley Long had already done. It worked because Rebecca was a totally different character and personality from Diane. For me, I personally give Kirstie Alley the edge because she made me laugh out loud more often than Shelley Long. But I want to hear from you. What did you think? Did you like Diane or Rebecca better? Shelley Long or Kirstie Alley? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, this is Andrew in for Kevin Given saying live long and prosper. May the force be with you and keep reaching for the stars.